listen, okay? I am perfectly okay with them rating Joe Burrow very low because that's what's called doubters, haters, and we excel when that happens. But there is a certain point I feel like where you just kind of get into that disrespect type of angle. So CBS Sports posted their quarterback rankings for the upcoming season. Number one is Patty Mahomes. That's not a question when it comes to CBS Sports or any news publication. They're always going to link him number one. Whether or not I agree with it or believe it, it's, doesn't matter at the end of the day. I'm just a Bengals YouTuber. They, are going to go off of what the masses thinks. And I understand that. That's why I don't even fight it anymore. Whenever they post Mahomes is number one and the best quarterback, I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I don't care. Nonetheless, though, number two is a little wild. Now, Joe did go to bat for this guy before, back in February 10th, when people were calling him a game manager. They did go to bat for him. Brock Purdy. See, you put CJ Stroud as number two. I can get that. But Josh Allen is number two. I can get your reasoning. You get Lamar Jackson number two. I can understand your reasoning. But Brock Purdy, man, that is an interesting one. Recently, we looked at the supporting cast list of the charts for all the quarterbacks and their best supporting cast. 49ers were one at the top of the list. We were actually near the bottom of the list. They were at the top of the list. One of the best offensive lines over the last 4 or 5 years. Obviously led by Trent Williams. Great receiving core. Great running back core. Arguably the best in the league. Yeah. Now that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And then Josh Allen's number 3. And then Joe Burrow's number 4. And then Stroud's number 5. Which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I like Josh Allen. I do. I think he's way overrated. I think the Bills are way overrated. There's no way, if you're going to do this chart based on how CBS Sports would do it, Joe would be number 2, 100%. I think Stroud's number 3. I know that's crazy to say, but I think Stroud's number 3. Number 4, I would put Lamar, and then probably Jalen Hurts, and so on and so on. But Brock Purdy, in my opinion, again, this is my personal opinion, I wouldn't say he's in my top 10. He's not my top 10 quarterback. Not maybe top 15, but top 10, no. And I think to a certain degree, I know Joe defended against, the allegation that he's a game manager. But I think it's very accurate that he is a prototypical Kyle Shanahan, system quarterback. I think that's what he is. That's fully what I believe. I think you could put a lot of different quarterbacks in that system and they would be very successful. So I think it's a little crazy to even put these two guys over Joe. I mean, you're going to put him over Joe no matter what because that's just how the NFL world works right now. But these two, come on now. I mean, if you put Stroud over Joe, I'm going to say I'm disagreeing with it, but I'm going to say I can understand the perspective that you're gearing toward the future. And maybe think the future, based on his, trajectory, he'll be really good. And now with Stephon Diggs as well. But come on now. That's insane. So your top 10 is Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Stroud, Burrow, Allen, Purdy, and Mahomes. Like, again, that top 10, I am perfectly okay with that top 10 outside of Purdy being the top 10. And being this high up, obviously. If I would to put someone in the top 10 outside to replace Purdy, and again, not in the number 2 spot, but kind of move it around, I would probably put in Tua would be my option out of all these guys. Tua Tagovailoa would be my option. And I would put probably Mahomes, Burrow, Stroud, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Then I'd put Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Herbo, Jordan Love, and then Tua. And then I might go Brock Purdy at 11. Like 11, maybe. Maybe I feel more confident at 11 for Brock Purdy. But to put him in the top 10, top 5, I think is a little ridiculous. Top 10, I can at least give you that. But top 5 and top 3? Bruh. CBS Sports. You guys are betting on that 49ers not losing another Super Bowl train. Trust me, we've lost a lot of Super Bowls over here too. I get it. But still, I don't think Brock Purdy is the guy. I still don't understand what the 49ers are doing with him. Because I feel like he's not the option for the future. I don't think in any way Brock Purdy's the option for the future. So I don't know what they're kind of gearing toward keeping him. Not keeping him, but not trying to get another quarterback to get going and, in the wings to move on toward the future. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Brock Purdy hater, but I'm not too much of a fan of him. And it's not, again, him personally. It's just his, I just don't think he's that good. I really don't. And maybe I'm crazy to say that, but I just don't think he's that good. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.